you and
Hello. Welcome to the Enchanted Items idea. Created by Out of Order Foxy several times, this idea has never made it past Bereza's mind, and probably and hopefully will not be involved with Miner's Haven. I will explain why it should not be involved in Miner's Haven, and what the Enchanted idea is. First off, this idea has been recreated 3 times, so that just tells you how much work it needs if it was to be implemented. It was created by Out of Order I can't say that. I'm going to call him Foxy. It was created by Foxy, and yeah. This idea is the 3rd revision of Enchants. In this idea, it no longer uses Greek symbols as a theme. Instead, the items are themed off of various gods. You may only enchant items when you have sacrificed twice, and to enchant items you must okay, Foxy made an error. You must locate a new NPC. His name will be Aelfrun. Also, none of this is confirmed. I have checked several sources. None of this will be 100% happening. If it does, Miner's Haven will be ruined forever. If you check Laser's video on this, he showed an image sent by Foxy of the GUI, but if that's an actual GUI, then we're screwed. Aelfrun will always want 5 items, multiple copies if needed. He also will demand 100 shards of life for each enchant. Shards are obtained by the amount of lives you skip divided by 2 rounded up. These items can range from shop, reborns, fusions, evolutions, ultimates, advanced reborns, vintages, and slipstreams. Slipstreams will replace vintages if they are obtainable past life 1k. What that means is that, I don't know, I don't understand that. These items are not meant to, okay, so if slipstreams, Bereza said that he might add slipstreams for life 1k or above, but at a lower chance, and he said, so basically this will, if you see these, usually a lot of them have either slipstreams or vintages, and if that happens, then they will choose one if he puts slipstreams for the life 1k plus. These items are not meant to be easy to obtain. Aelfrun craves power and he demands items with power. However, if you give him the items he asks for, he will give you something far more useful to you. Turn around and you shall view the enchants. So yes, Dahuja2 _ for edginess will show you all of the, there's more than this, all of the enchanted items that Out of Order Foxy has given to us to propose to Bereza, Daddy Bear, and I will walk you through this. So let's begin with the most beautiful item here, the keys to life. These are all meant to be based off Greek gods, I believe, or Greek signs, but now they're based off of like life and sky or storm, and the link to this will be in the description. So this item is called the Keys to Life, and it is the most beautiful upgrader here. Look at it. It is truly marvelous. This should be just an item, except all these items have one really bad thing to them, and that is that they are absolutely huge. Bereza if he, but he's not going to, made this update, he would have to increase the size of the base plate severely to compensate for this. But yeah, this item is beautiful. That tree is stunning with the keys and everything. If you look at the upgrader, that is just gorgeous. It's a slow conveyor, but I think it's worth it. So you would need 100 shards, which is easy. 3 Dreamer's Anguishes, which is pretty easy. 10 Nature's Grip, which is easy. Dreamer's Fright, which is easy. Dreamer's Might, which is easy, 10 of those. And 5 Eternal Journeys. A lot of the items that you will see, a lot of the items that you need to make for them, or enchant them, I guess, are, these items, they're supposed to be based off of the evolution item, but this one in particular does not resemble any of these items, except for the trees, and, never mind, okay, whatever, I just saw it. This one, it looks like a Arcane Lightning with Tesla and everything. It looks nice, except that doesn't look so good, and the beams are nice, but it's just not the most appealing to me. It's smaller. I think this could actually become one if an actual upgrade into the game, even if it was not enchanted. It just looks really good. So this is the Empyrean Monument, and you need 100 shards maybe, 1 Tesla Refuter, 3 Arcane Lightnings, 3 Lightning Bolt Predictors, 25 Angelic Graces, which is the 100 UD Costing Furnace and the shop, and 1 Astral Setter. This one I think is easily the best looking in terms of everything, except like Upgrader, I guess. Not that one anymore. This one's just too big. This one just looks best. Like the details is stunning. The Upgrader is great. I think it just looks really good. So this one is Skystrong. Yeah, this one's Underworld, called the Hades Stronghold. 100 shards. You would need 3 Dreamer's Anguishes, 1 Burst Refiner, 3 Igneous Forges, and 1 Hydro Blaster, which this item will be extremely hard to get because you need 1 Hydro Blaster and 3 Catalyzed Stars. I have 2, and there's other items in here that need Catalyzed Stars. So if Bereza confirms these as the items needed, that would be terrible because I believe the probability for getting a Catalyzed Star with all the items, you basically start at 5%, and right now I think it's like 0.27, so no chance. This item is not existent, so they need to build one for Earth. This one is just unneeded. It's for war. Bereza Daddy Bear changed all the stats of all the weapons, so like at least 3 of them are instant kills, I think. The axe, the banhammer, and 1 more, I think, are all now 1-hit kills. So there's no need for this item unless it gives you super speed or super jump or some sort of stat or some kind of super effect on it, but it's just not needed. Chemical Refiner, 3 Sword God Shrines, 10 Righteous Wheels, 1 Banhammer, 10 Venom Shanks, and obviously 100 shards, called the Blade of Catastrophe. Not needed. Merchant needs to be built, which in my opinion, I think it would be some kind of gold-themed item. I don't know. This one, oh, okay, nope, I take that back on this the Underworld item. Nope, this one's the best looking, yeah. Made by Foxy, I think. This one is like Gates. It has that beautiful, Foxy's making tons of these on the outside. If you look at Mechanical Ascension, there's tons of these too. But the Upgrader is just beautiful. It's called the Gates of Erebus. 3 Vampire Spores, 1 Final Gate of Eclipse, 1 Dystopian, yeah. Utopian Refiner. No, Dystopian, yeah. It doesn't matter, one of those. 10 Eternal Journeys, 10 Overlord Devices, and 100 shards. I think this item would be really good. Kind of like an Overlord device. Destruction needs to be built. Undead needs to be built. Sleep or Nightmare needs to be built. Sun looks really interesting, although it's huge and it does not need to be added. This one is called a Polio Mine. 100 shards, 10 Solar Flares, 10 Precursors, 3 Catalyst Stars again. See, I don't have that. That's impossible. 3 Nova Stars, which I only have 1 right now, but that's because I'm life 400 something, so I can get more of those easily. 1 Neutron Star, which is kind of a waste because they're hard to get and you really need them to be good. This one, I really think it looks pretty great. Genesis Prism, although this one would probably be the hardest to get because you need 1 Aurora Borealis, which is not really that hard, but you need 1 Grand Prism. And if you are a high life, Bereza said if he brought this back, it would be at a supreme cost of rarity. So, I think if he wanted to bring Slipstreams back for Life 1K, it would be for the sole purpose of this. So if he was leaking that earlier, I don't know. But it does not seem like this would be added. He hasn't released any decals or anything. So this will not be added, most likely. Don't count on it. Yeah, so this will be super hard. You need 10, whatever it's called, like Octo Floodlights, 3 Crystal Shrines, 3 Nova Stars, 1 Aurora Borealis, 1 Grand Prism, 100 shards, called Genesis Prism. It looks decent. This one is unneeded. It's just the Second Amendment, but a lot better looking, although it doesn't have that Second Amendment feeling. If you don't know, the Second Amendment was a vintage tier wall that became the thingamajig that has the Second Amendment was supposedly, in quotes, owned by George Washington. So if you have the thingamajig and it says used by George Washington, that's why. It's just a throwback to that. It's a memory. This one is called Canium Platarum, just a wall that probably will shoot people. It's very good looking. Like, I love the pipes here, made by Vonicorn, really good builder. but it's just 100 shards, 3 weary walls, 3 something luxury wall, 25 of those walls, 25 of these walls, 25 of those walls. Nobody knows the name of walls because they're walls. This one, it looks mildly good. It's not the best. I really don't think it's... Gauntlet of Kratos. Fiona's life is a great builder. I'm not disregarding her at all. 100 shards, 1 final gate of eclipse, 1 or supernova, which is a slipstream, 3 Aether Schrodinger's, 5 Overlord devices, 10 Overlord devices, which is great. This one, an unnecessarily large blaster, which doesn't make sense to me because you need all of these items and only 1 blaster type. In my opinion, it should be 10 Blade Blasters, 1 Hydra Blaster, 1... if I'm saying too much, like the Clover Blaster, Golden Clover, probably not. But Dragon Blaster, something else. It does not look good at all, in my opinion. It is the Midas Blaster, some kind of gold effect, maybe. 5 Weary Walls, 3 Diamond Breach Loaders, 5 Super Unobtainium, 20 Diamond, Large Diamond, I think that's what they're called, I haven't used them. 100 Shards, and 10 Big Bad Blasters. This one looks okay, it's not the best though, it's cringy. The Harvest Moon Blessing, I don't know what it would do, there's too many furnaces here. But 1 Great Parasite, which is a slipstream, 1 Ambrosia Forest, I think, not Fountain, I don't know, can't tell. 3 Sakura Gardens, which is unnecessarily needed. I only have 6 Sakura Gardens, and I'm so close to getting that final evolution, the Sakura Falls, so this would really ruin my chances. But 10 Nature's Grip, 3 Azure Spores, 100 Shards. This one, I really like this one, probably the best looking furnace, although not the best looking item. I think it's called Roman Cathar, what's it called? Yeah, Roman Catharsis, very good looking. 1 Sage King, 1 Ancient Colosseum, 5 Triller devices, 1 Swift Justice, which is pointless, 10 Guardian of the Gates, which is also pointless, but I really like it. This one, very nice looking. I love this upgrader, second best looking upgrader in here. Yeah, it's made by Foxy, except that doesn't move right here, you see that? So, I think it has some cool effect to it, like, it would sway around this, like, it would go to the sides of the upgrader, but the ore would have to be super small for that, so that would be some kind of nice effect, but I think it looks really good. 3 Sunken Pass, which is a vintage, 3 Frozen Eclipse, 1 Sage King, 5, wait, I'll be back to that, 1 Ancient Colosseum, 100 Shards, but this one, 5 Diamond Falls. The Diamond Falls is a contraband item, which is hard to get, so I don't understand why you need 5 of them, I hate that. This one, an unnecessarily big, attachable one. I hate this, I absolutely hate it. There needs to be more side upgraders, I agree, such as like satellite beams, but it's like the ones that don't attach, like if you look at Mechanical Ascension, those would be a nice idea. But this one's just stupid. 3 orbitals, 30 portable or advancers, 100 shards, 30 or portable or whatever, and 30 or advancers, whatever they're called. And 3 undertakers, which is super hard to get. So this would probably be the hardest item to get, in my opinion, actually. This one, this one is called the Devoted Cooperation. This one, another really good looking furnace. Lunar Spires, I think it's really good looking, but not really good looking at the same time. The moon effect is really nice though. 100 shards, 5 precursor furnaces, 1 final give eclipse, there's a lot of those. 10 breach loaders, 10 solar flares, 3 lunar refiners. And the last one, Chaos. This one looks really nice. The reason I really like this is because it goes down like that, and it doesn't look to. It might be, but I don't know. It looks like an upgrader. That's not fully on the ground, but a one that's the same level as the ore zapper. So I think this would be a really helpful item, especially since this is way up high. But it would be really hard to get into the center unless you repositioned your large conveyor ramp to the side, because this is a centering one. 3 Vulcan's grass, which I only have 2 of. 1 Super Schrodinger, 100 Shards of Life, 1 British Refiner, 3 Driller Devices, 1 Saturated Catalyst, which is called the Sentinel of Eris. There needs to be a Creation one, a Death one, and a Resurrection one. No, a Haven one, which should be probably the almost ultimate item in the game. So the reason this would ruin the game is because if you look at shout out to my good friend Plop, PL_OPP, really good high life player, Miner's Haven. I believe he's 16,000 right now, so good job to him. Shout out. Bye, Jonah. So these items will ruin the game because you need these items. A lot of the items that you need to fuse, they essentially are super hard items to get, and if you have to make a whole new tier of items just to create this terrible kind of idea, because you need all these shop items too, you would need these items that are just not good enough. So for what I mean is, you would need items that are mixed with really good items, really bad items. So if I go to this one, like you need 10 Eternal Journeys mixed with 3 Vampire Spores, which just ruins the whole purpose of the rarity of the item, which means lower lifers would not understand the importance of these items. If these were to be added, I would say they be added individually in only some of them. Not all of them, but not as an enchanted idea. If you want to hear the whole explanation, I will ask Plop for a whole explanation why he thinks it's really bad, because he had a really good explanation. I will get that to you guys. But basically, this will not be added, in my opinion. If it is, I'll talk with the other high lifers, see what we're going to do, because I'm certainly not going to be playing Miner's Haven as much. I do not like this idea. If Bereza, if you actually watch this, which I highly doubt you will, don't add this. It'll ruin your game. If you want to add something like this, make a whole new game. But for now, bye.